Kudos to Rossi for tackling an ominous and pervasive problem, fraud. Cleantech Con Artists is a must-read for anyone concerned about getting ripped off, which should be everyone. This book is an unbelievable mind adventure through the Hall of Mirrors in search of the secret of lairs where thieves and liars reside. Superbly crafted writing that combines vital information, interesting histories, and manhunt narratives. Jim Rossi did us all a favor by exposing these criminals for what they really are. His actions were bold, society should honor him. Buy this book. An amazing tale of clean energy and fraud in the sunny Mojave Desert. If it was fiction it would be an amazing tall tale. As a telling of a true story it is simply flabbergasting. Jim can spin a yarn. A real page-turner and includes a complete history of Las Vegas, the mob and the corporate takeover of Sin City. Get it, read it. First, full disclosure, him mentioned toward the end of the book, and yes, I was good friends with the book's villain, Xavier Prost. I worked with him at Global Solutions Network about 20 years ago, and we would occasionally hang out when not at work. We would go to the movies, and grab dinner together, sometimes just us, sometimes with his wife Rachel, and sometimes with their friend Melissa, whom I would eventually date for a brief period. I spent time with Xavier and his wife at their home, playing Magic, The Gathering and watching movies, and sometimes I would spend the night there. Although Xavier and I lost communication about 15 years ago, he was always someone with whom I wanted to reconnect. He was my friend then, and if he were to pop into my life today, I'd still consider him a friend. I bought Cleantech Con Artists as soon as it was available, and it's huge. The book is over 450 pages long, with over 50 additional pages of notes, as writer Jim Rossi cites sources for his accusations and provides clear explanations for the parts of the book that need them. Going in, I read Cleantech Con Artists with some inherent bias, and now that I've finished the book and I've had some time, a long time, to think about everything I've read, I almost feel like I need to do two separate reviews. The fact of the matter is that Cleantech Con Artists is a great book. Jim Rossi is a first-rate writer and the book is a showcase of damn good investigative journalism. If you've read the book, you know that Rossi, like Ferris Bueller, doesn't like isms, but sorry, Jimbo, you're an excellent investigative journalist. True, the book doesn't read like journalism, it reads more like a novel. Nevertheless, this is investigative journalism at its finest. Here's the problem, and this is where my bias comes into play, I couldn't help but to root for my friend Xavier. Even though he did terrible things, non-violent, but terrible nonetheless, including to his best friend, who was the best man at his wedding, I couldn't help but to relate to him. Rossi makes the case that Xavier was whoever he needed to be at any given moment, but one thing I know to my bones is that Xavier wasn't as a geek. I know this because I'm a geek. Whether it's movies, comic books, sci-fi, whatever, Xavier and I would spend hours talking about all things geeky, and he knew his stuff. His knowledge of film scores especially was incredible and he made great mixed CDs for me of some of my favorite film scores used in movie trailers. Click link in description for more reviews.